Welcome to another practice session. We're just going to start with something called picking, just using your pick. So if you want to join in, feel free. I'm going to be going quite fast. I'm going to aim to do about 300 beats per minute. But if you can't do that, try and do half speed, something like that. But don't worry about it too much. So I'm going to start there. Here we go. Wow, it sounds great. I'm just going to go up and down. So if you look on the guitar, going down on the sixth and up again. Now let's do the fifth today. Okay. So double the speed. So this really helps just build the muscles in your hand. Also just gives you an idea of what speed you can do. And also the more you work with your right hand, the less you have to think about it, just like when you walk around and you talk to people. So feel free to join in if you have a guitar ready. So 1 more minute on this and then we'll try the next exercise. Thirty more seconds. So if you have the confidence, just add a finger onto some different notes, see what happens. I'll try and concentrate on the timing of it. Okay, we're coming up to 2 minutes. Okay, so the next exercise is down on the 5th string and up on the 4th. So this is quite hard to do at 300, but let's give it a go. My hand normally gets tired after a couple of minutes. I'll treat it as your little warm-up. Or even a workout if it starts to work your muscles too much. So 30 seconds in. Try and change the dynamics if you can. So you can start off really quiet. And build it up. Should start to feel it now. Oops, someone's joined in. Welcome. Who's that? To Peddy. Just doing some picking exercises, so feel free to join in if you've got your guitar here. Just practicing using my pick. Right, we've done 2 minutes on that one. So let's go to the third exercise. And that's going up on the 5th. So up on the 5th string and down on the 5th with the metronome. So we've got 150 on the clock. And we're just going to be doubling it up. If you can't do it this fast, try doing it a bit slower. I'm starting to feel it now. 30 seconds into this third exercise. Yeah, my hand's struggling now. So let's try it for one more minute. So up on the 5th and down on the 4th string. Again, try and use dynamics to change the sound. You can express yourself by doing different things like louder and softer. Maybe accenting one of the notes. Okay, next one. So the 4th exercise is going down and down on the 5th string and the 4th. So let's do that for another couple of minutes. See how your hand's getting on. So obviously it's going to sound the same, but what you're doing is you're practicing doing different picking exercises. Because depending on where you are on the neck and what you're playing will depend on which picking pattern you're going to use. I understand people prefer finger picking. Oh, I lost it now. Dum, dum. Some people prefer finger picking, which is another great thing to practice, but we're doing picking today. You can also palm mute, so if you put your palm right on the corner here, gives another different sound. See how many different times you can express yourself with just those 2 strings. So we've got palm muting, we've got loud and soft. Okay, we're on 8 minutes now. So let's try the last one. This is the trickiest. I don't know if I'll be able to do up and up, but we'll give it a go. So it's up on the 4th and up on the 5th. Well, it's quite hard to do it at 300. So see how we get on. It's going all right for the minute. I'm going to start flagging in 30 seconds in, I think. Just 40 seconds left. Seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. So let's just pause the metronome. So it drives you crazy. So yesterday we looked at doing some, what's it called? Some scales. So let's have a look at something different today. Probably going to look at arpeggios. So let's get some arpeggios up. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. So we looked at the F major scale yesterday. Let's have a look at the F major arpeggio. So I'll just teach you the notes first, and then we'll go from there. So this is all based around the F chord. If you can't do the bar chord, that's fine. Just have a go at going through these bit by bit. So we start on the first fret, go to the fifth. So that's a big jump. I use my first and my little finger. So if you can't really do that, try your third finger. Or if you want a bigger shortcut, you just play the open fifth string. Well, I'm trying not to do that because I'm trying to work on my dexterity here and keep that strong. So we've got these two, first and fifth. So just toggle between those two. And then try the third frets here. So these are all part of the F chord, the F major. So we've got the first and fifth, toggle between those. Then we've got the third fret of the next two strings, the fifth and the fourth. If you can see that. Do, dee, do, dee. So I recommend using your third and your fourth finger. If you haven't really built up the strength in your little finger, this is a great way to try and do it. So even if you have to do it at a snail's pace, as long as you're pushing hard enough, your thumb's flat on the back, that your fingers are close to this fret line here. So I'm doing it at a decent speed, but you can just try nice and slow. So 1, 5, 3, 3. Now let's do the bottom half. So we've got the second fret of the third string, and then the first fret of the next two. It gives this lovely arpeggio effect. Oops. So let's do it at speed, it's a bit tricky. Sometimes I miss this note out by accident. So I'm flattening my third finger, coming on the way back down. Let's try it at speed. Let's try 140. So, oops. So that's not too tricky for me. Let's try a bit faster. Try and test yourself. I can almost play at double the speed. Let's try 200. Dum, dum, dum. So metronome's just good to keep in time. Do, do. So not too bad. Google metronome only goes up to 218, so let's try and do double the speed. Let's start at 120. Okay, not too bad. Let's try a bit faster. Double 130, so 260 now. So not too bad. So let's try it a bit faster. 140. Do, 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 do. Okay, not too bad. Let's try 150. Oops. Okie dokie. Let's try 160 then. So now we're on, I need to do my maths now. 320. It's getting a bit tricky now. Just about doable. Let's try 170. So we'll probably do this for another 3 minutes. So makes about 10 minutes on one arpeggio. And we're going to probably try it with a backing track in a minute. So let's try it 170. So we're on double speed 170. Okay, I won't need to play it much faster than that. So let's just look up a backing track. So let's try F major backing track. So this is where it's a good idea. So we'll do something different from yesterday. Yesterday was more of a ballad. This is more of a rock jam. So let's have a listen to this once we get past the advert. Oh, it's loading, it's loading. So we've got an advert, skip ad. Okay. Backing track, clean guitar rock jam, F major, Nick Neblo. So just, oh, there we go. So instead of just playing the arpeggio up and down, doesn't sound terrible, but it's probably not going to be used in tons of songs for more than one revolution. So then, because we're limited, we have to be more creative with our rhythm and our dynamics. you can build up a note. So you get the idea. So what you can do is just try using bends and what else could you use? Bends, pull-offs, hammer-ons. So I went to that 5th fret here, which is the same as our 5th here. So I added that note in. I also just tried to use the octave higher. So as soon as you get past that 12th fret, and that can really help. Okay, so next, so we practiced some scales yesterday, practiced the arpeggio. So let's look at something different today. Do, dee, do, dee, do, do, do. Let's look at some rhythm. So obviously you can't see what I'm playing to you, but I'll try and explain it as I go along. So this is dotted 8th and 16th notes. Well, dotted 8th note mixed with a 16th note. So this is a good rhythm practice. And then after this, we're going to go on to our song, which is what I've been practicing Kind-Hearted Woman by, what's it called? By Robert Johnson. It's a blues track. And we're just going to focus on a couple of bits in that book. It's the grade 8 rock school acoustic, which is pretty cool. Learned a lot from that. Anyway, so with 16th notes, we need to be counting instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we need to then make it smaller. So it's best to try and say 1E and So then you can fit 4 16th notes into one beat. So we're 4/4 rhythm, 4/4 time signature. And the first exercise goes a bit like this. So let's just take, let's just try and clap it first. So it goes 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E, 3E and 4E and so on the first beat, the 8th note is dotted, so that lasts for 3 of the 4 16th note possibilities, and then so it lasts for an 8th and a bit, so an 8th and a 16th. And then there's a 16th note just before the second beat. So it would be 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E, 3E and 4E and dum, 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 dum. Exercise. Okay, let's get the metronome going. Let's try 140 to start. See how we get on. So it goes. So before the next beat comes in, we need to do a count just before it. So it goes. Okay, I'm not getting that. So 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. So I'm doing half the speed. Okay, so you get the idea of how you can turn it. So we were going 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a, so it was quite fast. So this was kind of the speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Oops, 1. So 1E and a 2. So it's just before the 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Oops, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. I can't get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just before the second beat. So the next one is, so we have that same exercise, but on the second beat. So let's have a look at that. Bum, 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 bum. So, because I find these a bit tricky, let's start a bit slower. So this would go 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 3E and a 4E, 1E and a 2E and a. Boom, 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 boom. So it feels. Okay, something like that. Idea. Okay, so we've done about 30 minutes on skills, so picking arpeggios and rhythm. So let's have a look at a song. Okay, so I'm working on this grade 8 piece, Kind-Hearted Woman. So this is where you might be able to see it a little bit. There we go. Let's find the piece. Let's just try and play through it. Because yesterday I was a bit sketchy. So obviously I haven't been maintaining the the piece very well. Let's just play the first little bit. Oops. Cool. There we go. We have the slide. Okay, needs a bit of work. But let's play through it again. So I was trying to play it. I was playing it at my own tempo really, but it's based around 73 beats per minute. So that's where it gets a little bit trickier. So I don't know if you can see this, but Let's just bring it a bit closer, see if you can see anything there. And try and play it through for you. So it's all based around A7 blues progression. So, and then the D, but it's very, it's got F sharp over D quite a lot. And then it's got the E7 as well. So D7, F sharp over D7. It's got a lot of diminished chords in and a lot of runs based around the A major. Let's try it with this metronome here. Party. Let's get this right. Let's change the page. Lost the flow. Let's try again. Okay, I need to practice this bit more. Okay. this bit needs some work. So. So you got to keep going with it. Tricky. Wow, relentless. So tricky. Yeah. Sometimes I try and do it in little gaps. I think some people call them pomodoros, where you do 25 minutes of one thing, then have a 5-minute break. We've been going for about 45 now. So I've got a student coming in soon. So let's do it for a couple more minutes. Do it till 25 past, and then we'll call it a day. What sunshine. Okay. So it needs a lot more work. We'll call it a day there. So that's just a little insight on how to do some practicing. Feel free to like and share and comment anything you want to do. Okay. See you later. Cheers. Bye.